This is Ben Davison. Subscribe to Sleep 9.
Right, now we've all had 2 sleeps in a day to digest and think about and rewatch the fight, rewatch certain points and highlights and listen to people's expert opinions and not so expert opinions and all that kind of thing. We can maybe clearly judge how the fight really went between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. And let me start off by some of the comments who are defending the draw, and of course let me address the comments for those who say that it was actually Wilder that got robbed in the fight. First of all, if you think Wilder got robbed in that fight, then you need to start watching a different sport, okay? Because clearly boxing is not for you. Anybody who knows anything about boxing, scoring a fight is it's a pretty basic thing to do, unless there are some real swing close rounds and you're being ultimately biased. So some of the comments are, no fighter has ever been dropped twice in a fight and won. I mean, again, you know, this has been proven loads and loads of times. So again, clearly you don't watch enough boxing. But again, so Tyson Fury gets dropped 2 times. But what about the other 10 rounds? They seem to think that because Tyson Fury got dropped twice, then that cancels out every other round before it. Again, stop watching boxing, okay? Go watch something else. Because that's just stupid and it's ludicrous. Now, I know that there are a couple of fanboy channels out there of Wilder who are defending the decision and saying, well, you know what, yeah, maybe, you know what, I think maybe it's a draw, maybe a draw. No, it's not a draw, okay? It is not a draw. And that Mexican judge who had it as Wilder winning by quite some margin, he needs to be investigated, okay? So, first of all, big congratulations to Tyson Fury after everything that he's gone through with the weight, the depression, the anxiety, the suicidal thoughts, and drugs and alcohol and all the kinds of things with the British Boxing Board of Control and UCAD and all these kind of things, these trials and tribulations that he's gone through over the last 2.5, 3 years. And to come back, first of all, is an achievement in itself. Yes, he took on Tyson Fury. You have to forgive him for that one because it is a comeback fight. This is the kind of level that we knew he was going to win, but it was about getting back in the ring. So we can forgive him for that one. Francisco Pianeta was a stiffer competition than Tyson Fury, but still a whole country mile difference between Francisco Pianeta and the likes of Wilder, Joshua, Dylan White, etc. Okay, so to go from Pianeta straight into Deontay Wilder is, first of all, crazy, okay, but second of all, very, very brave. And he said that he can do it. And a lot of us said it's too early. And guess what? It is too early. It was too early. Now, hear me out. The reason I say that is because the Tyson Fury that we all watched was, at best, 70%. At best. So imagine what he would do in the rematch when he's improved even more. A 70% Tyson Fury did that to Deontay Wilder. That shows how terrible Wilder is, right? Unless Tyson Fury is leaps and bounds above everybody, I mean by a whole country mile. Again, I know there's a lot of Tyson Fury fans, and I'm a huge Tyson Fury fan myself, but I do consider myself realistic that Tyson Fury, he can lose fights, but in order for Tyson Fury to lose fights, he needs to get chinned, and it nearly happened. So again, people say about round number 12, okay? So he come out, he was messing around a little bit. The one thing I didn't want him to do for any part of the fight, and he did it multiple times, he got caught. And as he was going down, he got a free left hook to the jaw as he's going down. He hits the canvas, he's looking up, and I'm thinking, damn, he's out of it. And momentarily, he may well have been. Okay, but something came over him and he managed to get up and he beat the count. Again, people say it's a slow count. It is not a slow count. Okay, at the time I was thinking maybe, I mean, had the referee, is he giving Tyson Fury a chance that maybe he shouldn't have given him? Maybe. Okay, but again, looking back at it, if you think about it again, had it been around number 11, 10 or anything before round 12, there's a very good chance the referee would have stopped the fight, as in dispensed with the count, not even counted. Okay, so we can probably safely say that, but because it was round number 12, it was the final round, and the referee knew that Tyson Fury was in a good position to win that fight. So he gave him every opportunity to get up. Because once you hit like a number 8, if you're not fully upright, usually the referee will just wave it off. But because it was round number 12, he allowed it for the count of 9. And Tyson Fury, being very, very clever, put his hands on the shoulder of the referee and was messing about a little bit to show, listen, I'm all right. Okay, I'm fine. He walked over to the side when the referee told him, and he walked back. He did like a little bit of a dance. Listen, had he tried to walk normal, he may have looked unstable, and the referee may have called it off. But Tyson Fury had enough about him to mess about, to almost dupe the referee to say, I'm all right, okay? I got dropped, big deal. Let's carry on. And not only from that point did he get up, he put it on Wilder for the rest of the fight. And who knows what would have happened had the fight gone on a little bit longer. Listen, that's ifs and buts, okay? Fact is, it's a 3-minute round, the bell goes. That's what it is. But Wilder looked like he was about to go himself. Okay, so again, you could probably argue it's a 10-9 round for Wilder. But even then, I'm not going to give it a 10-9 round to Wilder. It's a 10-8 round, okay? So what happened to the other 10 rounds? Tyson Fury won them. I gave Wilder round number 1. Most people didn't. So again, I'm being generous with Wilder. Okay, and you could probably potentially maybe have a small argument for round number 2. Again, it's opinion. Even if you gave him round number 2 and you didn't give him round number 1, listen, fine. But he did not win another 3 rounds. He didn't do it. So therefore, Wilder is a paper champion right now. Tyson Fury is the true WBC Heavyweight Champion of the world. And that linealship that he's been holding on to, saying how he's never been beaten in the ring, and a lot of people say, well, he's never been beaten in the ring, so therefore he's lineal and da-da-da. And while I don't put much emphasis on that, because he didn't lose in the ring because he hadn't been fighting, and the 2 guys that he did fight weren't worthy of linealship challenges. But him fighting Deontay Wilder was worthy of a lineal championship had he have won it. Which he did win it. So now the linealship, in my opinion, is now legit. It was legit when he won it, but between Vladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder, no. Okay, no, it just wasn't. But now he's earned that reinstatement. Not that he needs my reinstatement, okay? But in my opinion, he's now officially lineal. In other words, he has defended that linealship against somebody who was a worthy contender for it. Not the worthy contender. Joshua is the worthy contender for it, not Wilder. But either way. Now, I'm not going to take anything away from Deontay Wilder too much, because he did some things in that fight that I didn't think he could do. He showed that he could box at times. And that's only really in the first couple of rounds. 3, maybe 4 rounds. He showed that he had a pretty good jab, and he was tagging Tyson Fury at times. Okay? He couldn't land a big right hand, or at least not cleanly. And he showed a lot of bravery in that one as well. He started that fight having no fear of Tyson Fury. No fear of his power. He knew that the Tyson Fury he was facing was not the best possible Tyson Fury. In 12 months down the line, that would be the best possible Tyson Fury. And now he's gone from Pianeta to Wilder, and he beat Wilder. And anybody who says that he didn't, you need to watch it. Okay, you need to re-watch it. Because for me, I'm thinking that either you're anti-Tyson Fury or you're very pro Anthony Joshua or very pro Deontay Wilder. You just didn't want Tyson Fury to win. Some people are saying that they are Tyson Fury fans, but they gave it to Wilder. Again, maybe you're looking at it as a point of view that you wanted him to do to Deontay Wilder what he'd done to Vladimir Klitschko. Different styles. Thing is that while Wilder did more than what Vladimir Klitschko did, as in he threw more punches, right? He tried to take Tyson Fury out there, and he dropped Tyson on 2 occasions. First one was an illegal shot. It was on the back of the ear. But either way, it's a legitimate knockdown. That's how it scored, and that's what it is. So it looked like it was a closer fight. And it was a closer fight between Wilder and Tyson Fury than it was Vladimir Klitschko and Tyson Fury. So people were expecting Tyson Fury, those who are not thinking that, you can't be out for all that time and come back and be able to do this kind of thing. People seem to think that Tyson Fury just had it in him. He could just do it. And he almost did. Give him the rematch. And because of that experience that he's now had, he will annihilate Deontay Wilder, potentially stop him as well. Okay, and would Deontay Wilder want the rematch? Probably not. Shelly Finkel on that pretty much edging towards his mandatory, should we say, in dominant Brazil. In other words, get him another win on the column. Avoid Anthony Joshua at all costs. Again, people say that, well, had that have been Anthony Joshua against Deontay Wilder, Wilder would have blasted him out there. Again, wrong. Because when I say to you that it's a totally different thing, because that 70% Tyson Fury is not 100% fit Anthony Joshua or a Dylan White. It's totally different. Okay? Because Anthony Joshua will give Tyson Fury a better fight than what Deontay Wilder would. Why? Because to beat Tyson Fury, you either have to outbox him or knock him out. Anthony Joshua is a much better boxer than Deontay Wilder. And he hits just as hard, maybe not harder, but almost as hard as Deontay Wilder. And he can place his shots. Wilder, not very good at it. Let's be honest. So Tyson Fury exposed Deontay Wilder to a certain point, as in he shouldn't have even been in that ring to start with. And for a 70%, and again, I'm being generous with 70%, could do that to Deontay Wilder is embarrassing. If I was Deontay Wilder and his fans, I would be embarrassed that a 70% Tyson Fury did that. I mean, look at the condition of Tyson Fury. He weren't in the best condition. His back was hanging as much as his front. But you give him another fight where he's going through another training camp, you're going to see a more trim and fast, mobile, accurate, ring rust, totally off Tyson Fury. And he would do Wilder easy work. Tyson Fury should be the WBC champion. Deontay Wilder is walking around with that WBC belt now. And I know a lot of his fans are giving him passes. Well, you know what? He's still WBC champion, so therefore, blah, blah, blah. He shouldn't be. He's a fake champion right now. He's a paper champion. We all know it. Everyone knows it. It's not like it was a close fight, because it wasn't a close fight. 2 knockdowns do not eradicate the rest of the fight. There's still another 10 rounds to go. It doesn't eradicate it at all. So Tyson Fury should be the WBC and lineal heavyweight champion of the world. And if he was to go fight Deontay Wilder next, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't believe Deontay Wilder is going to accept the fight at all. And for that, again, you see a lot of those people who say that it was a draw, it's a fair draw. Okay, listen, there's so many boxing experts out there, so many pro-Wilder fans out there who said, listen, Tyson Fury won that fight. He did win that fight, and he should be the champion. Lennox Lewis, very pro Deontay Wilder, very pro Deontay Wilder. He's very good friends with him. He said Tyson Fury got robbed. Tyson Fury exposed Deontay Wilder. This is the same guy that you guys have been swinging from his balls for quite some time. Paulie Malignaggi, again, good friends with Deontay Wilder, saying that result was disgusting. Andre Ward was saying it. Andre Berto was saying it. Floyd Mayweather Jr., Floyd Mayweather Sr. The list goes on and on and on. The only one I haven't seen is Evander Holyfield. He seems to have disappeared. Maybe he has, I don't know. Plenty of people say it. Eddie Hearn says that Tyson Fury should have got that decision. Plenty of people have said it. Deontay Wilder is a paper champion. He is not a legitimate champion right now. He should be a former champion, is what he should be now. He's not WBC champion. He isn't. He isn't. I'm not saying that he paid off the judge. Not at all. He had nothing to do with the outcome. He accepted defeat. You could see it at the end of the fight. He was down. He was down. He looked like he'd just given up, like he just accepted the loss. He was going through the mourning process, the depression straight away of, damn, I've just lost that fight. So when the draw came out, he was surprised. You could see in his face, he was surprised. He was relieved. Yes, he's saying how he won the fight. Of course he is. But had he been a real honest person, he'd say, no, I lost that fight. Or maybe in the moment, he doesn't know who won that fight. But he felt that he lost, and maybe something happened in that fight that maybe he should have won it. But now, hopefully, if he's watched it again, he should come out now and say, you know what, yeah, Tyson Fury beat me. I didn't win that fight. If he was any kind of honest person, that's what he would say. But anyway, fact remains, Tyson Fury should be the WBC champion. Unfortunately, he's not. He's now got a small blemish on his record where it says draw, and it shouldn't be a draw. It should be 0. 0 defeats, 0 draws. That's what it should be. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it all. Of course, drop me yours. Click that thumbs up, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. And I'll catch you all on the very next video.